Ladies and gents, welcome back. Now, the World Economic Forum has been a conversation that people have been having. A lot of Canadians are worried about the influence they've been peddling in our parliament. Now, the World Economic Forum is a organization that has been around for decades and it's a billionaires club. They have meetings every year in Davos where they discuss the future of the world and what all us plebs will be doing with that future. One notable thing is their 2030 initiative, where they say you will own nothing and you're going to be happy about it. Now, a lot of people that are concerned about this are bringing this to the attention of candidates. Now, Pierre Poilievre says he and his cabinet would boycott the World Economic Forum. And this sounds like if you're a single issue voter, this might be the issue that you have. Recent Davos footage has come out with Klaus Schwab, the owner and founder of the World Economic Forum, where he says that he has penetrated the cabinets, especially in Canada. So we'll hear his words here.
What we are very proud of now, the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina and so on, that we penetrate the cabinets. So yesterday I was at a reception for Prime Minister Trudeau, and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more half of this cabinet, are for our actually young global leaders of the world.
So you can't do a good job at controlling a soundboard, but he wants to control your life and every aspect of it. Now, the influence that they're peddling and penetrating into our cabinets would be a direct conflict of interest to anyone who is supposed to be a representative of our country and representative of our constituents. The way a parliamentary democracy works is you have representatives and they represent the people. They're not meant to represent global elitists and global elites, as they like to call themselves. I've said many times on this channel, you cannot make your own nickname. An elite is among those nicknames you're not allowed to give yourself. But I digress. Conservative Party of Canada, CPC leadership candidate Pierre Poilievre and his wife Anna answered some tough questions on the campaign trail this weekend about pharmaceutical companies and globalist organizations. I have to watch what I say about the former. I can say all I want about the latter here on YouTube. Flanked by Anna and at a campaign stop in Ontario, Pierre Poilievre promised that his government would boycott the World Economic Forum after being approached by a handful of people asking him about any possible connections to the organization. Pierre used the opportunity to deny affiliation with the group while taking a shot at the People's Party of these party names, PPC. It's the CPC or the PPC, People's Party of Canada leader Maxime Bernier. I'm against the World Economic Forum, Pierre said. Unlike Maxime Bernier, I've never been to the Davos conference at the World Economic Forum that the World Economic Forum puts on. And he'll have to explain why he went there and what he was doing there. I can get into that if you guys want me to in another video. I have some articles about it where he obviously denies that he had any affiliation, but that he was sent there by his higher ups. Either way, but I did not get into that, and I would not, nor will any of my ministers. Have you spoken to Justin Trudeau about have you spoken to Justin Trudeau about the amount of money he's making on these vaccines and that he's forcing on us? One woman asked. I'm not accusing you, but I have heard that you have shares in that company. Anna asked if she could answer and took the woman by hand. I can look you in the eye when I say that. Can I hold you by the hand and say that? She said. You can watch the video. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below, but there's like copywritten music. There's a bunch of stuff going on in the video. It's all sideways because somebody started vertical and then went horizontal. Anyway, You can watch the video, but I do not, darling. I really do not. I am honest. I am promising you. So those are the words of Anna, Pierre's wife, in that situation. Pierre's assertion was disrupted by an onlooker who mentioned the World Economic Forum website contained a photo and a web page of him. Now, you can go in the archives, and there's no photo of him. There is a splash page with his name on it, and then it has been removed since. Anna shot back saying, his name was on the website, and we do not know why. We asked them why they put his name on there. The only answer we got is that they published an article that he has published, but he has no affiliation. Pierre also denied any relationship with the World Economic Forum in an interview with True North's Andrew Lawton in March. I've never been to Davos, Pierre says. Okay, well, he says it in this. Andrew Lawton's got a minute-long question. I'll just cut to the last part of it and Pierre's response here.
Is there a connection there? Have you ever spoken at a World Economic Forum event?
No, I have not. No, I've never been to Davos. I've never been part of the organization, and I don't agree with its publicly stated policy objectives. My policies are different. I obviously support small government, more freedom, and individual independence. So I just have a fundamental disagreement with the organization's policy outlook. And that is something that you can look at my track record. I've said that on the floor of the House of Commons. I said it in parliamentary committees. I've said it in comments that I've made online for years. So anybody who wants to know my position on that subject can simply check it out and look up what I've actually said, because I've been deadly consistent on that issue.
So what I did was I did look that up. And here he is in, I believe this is 2021, talking about the you'll own nothing and be happy clause of the Klaus clause, what they want to do when you get Schwabbed.
As for Mr. Carney, you're right. He's part of the World Economic Forum that the finance minister joins, which says that in 2030, only 9 years from now, you will own nothing and you will love it. That is the agenda of these people. Maybe that's why over the last year they've done everything in their power to make housing completely unaffordable so that nobody can afford it except them, a small group of landed aristocrats, while the common people are out in the field doing the work. We on this side want to democratize property ownership, make it available to everybody.
So he's obviously speaking to the you plebs can't have stuff and we're going to have everything the mentality of the World Economic Forum, the mentality that everyone has been railing against, and the reason why people are upset that the cabinets have been penetrated. And so here's an explanation on in the article. The World Economic Forum is a nonprofit organization that seeks to revolutionize the global economy by pursuing globalization through initiatives like the Great Reset, in quotes. They have famously declared that in the future, we will own nothing and be happy. World Economic Forum's annual conference in Davos, Switzerland, has hosted some of the world's most influential people, including Nelson Mandela, George Soros, Bill Gates, Prince Charles, and Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Pierre was also asked about the possible affiliation with Microsoft founder Bill Gates, including a picture of he had taken with him. His response was, he came to Parliament in 2014 or 15. I shook his hand and I took a picture with him, Pierre explained. The CPC leadership frontrunner was also asked about his feelings about pharmaceutical companies being immune from civil liability. I believe that every single company in Canada should be subject to the same liability in the court of law if anything they do causes harm to people, undue harm to people, Pierre answered. It doesn't matter if it's a construction company whose bridge collapses or if it's a pharmaceutical company whose medication doesn't work the way it was promised. So I think every company should have liability in the court of law, and judges should rule on those things. So that is the opinion, or the public, at least public opinion, of Pierre Poilievre moving forward as a candidate, hoping to win the Conservative leadership and then go up against Justin Trudeau in the next election cycle. Hopefully, whoever does go up against Trudeau will take him out of the equation. But I'll leave you with this, and this is maybe a little bit more of an urgency statement of anything. And this is the World Economic Forum signs. Well, let's pop this up. The World Economic Forum and United Nations sign an agreement to accelerate Agenda 2030. So if you thought that the World Economic Forum, or if you're being told that the World Economic Forum is some sort of conspiracy theory, or it's not actually a group that has any real influence in the world, they're just a nonprofit, blah, 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 just like any other. No, they have real influence. And here's a little sentiment on how much influence they actually have.
This afternoon, the Secretary General and Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, will witness the signing of a memorandum of understanding on a strategic partnership between the UN and the World Economic Forum, which outlines areas of cooperation to deepen engagement between the two institutions and to jointly accelerate the implementation of the 2030 agenda.
Yeah, so it's not happening fast enough for the quote-unquote nicknamed by themselves elites. They need to make this happen faster. So, yeah, a lot of people in opposition of that. And this is why Pierre Poilievre is gaining steam amongst potential voters. Anyway, that's all I have for you on this morning. We'll cover more of this. Don't forget to tune in this evening. I'm going to be having Dave from Live from the Shed joining me in this night's live stream, Friday night live stream. We're going to be talking about what went down last weekend at the Rolling Thunder event, as well as other things in the news that I didn't get to all week. So come in, tune into that, 6:30 Pacific time. Check your local listings, and we'll see you then. Keep on trucking.